The battlefield lay beneath a twilight sky, a golden haze casting long shadows over the blooded grass. Steel clashed against steel. Arrows cut through the air like whispers of death. But this was no ordinary war. On one side stood the valiant men of Iridor, seasoned warriors in gleaming armor. On the other, the mighty Amazons of Doralis, fierce women whose blades had sung through countless battles. Captain Roran of Iridor tightened his grip on his broadsword. Sweat dripped from his brow. He'd heard tales of the Amazons, how they fought not just with strength, but with purpose. His orders were clear: hold the hill, push the enemy back, or perish. Charging forward, he met a towering Amazon wielding twin curved blades. She moved like a dancer, each strike precise, each parry fluid. He blocked her left blade, but was forced to step back when the right came swinging low. They circled each other like predators. "You're strong," she said, her voice calm even in battle. "But strength alone won't win today." "I wasn't planning on relying on just that," Roran replied, thrusting his sword forward. She parried and countered, the rhythm of their duel as tight as a drumbeat. Elsewhere on the battlefield, chaos reigned. Men and Amazons clashed with ferocity, but not hatred. It was duty that drove them, honor that held their lines. General Mela of Doralis stood atop a boulder, commanding her warriors with unwavering focus. "Push forward. Shield maidens to the flank. Do not let them form a wedge." Her voice carried across the din. She saw her warriors, tall and proud, pressing the Iridorians back. Yet for every Amazon that fell, a man of Iridor was not far behind her in death. Then she saw it, a group of Iridorians sneaking around the ridge, hoping to flank them. She leapt from her vantage point, landing with a thud, and sprinted toward the threat. Along the way, she met a man nearly her size, wielding a halberd. "Out of the way," she growled. He raised his weapon. "I don't step aside for tyrants." Their weapons met with a thunderous crash. His halberd swung wide, but she ducked and elbowed him in the gut. He staggered back, surprised by her speed. She was already moving again, disabling the flanking attempt before it could begin. Back near the hill, Roran's duel continued. The Amazon warrior, who now introduced herself as Valka, had gained the upper hand. "Why do you fight?" she asked suddenly, as their blades locked. "For Iridor, for the people behind me, for peace." She held his gaze, even as they struggled. "So do I." A moment of understanding passed between them. They disengaged, both panting. Neither made the next move right away. Roran looked around. So many dead, so many wounded. The battle had reached a crescendo. But in that moment, something changed. A horn sounded across the field. Not one of war, but retreat. General Mela was pulling her forces back. Valka sheathed her blades. "We were not meant to destroy each other. Not like this." Roran lowered his sword, confused. "You retreat." "We prove we can stand against each other. Now we talk, or we will fight until none remain." He watched her walk away, her back exposed, a sign of immense trust in his choice. Hours later, in a temporary truce zone lit by campfires, Mela and Roran sat across a wooden table. Soldiers from both sides stood guard, but the air was no longer tense with the promise of death. "I didn't expect a woman to command such presence," Roran admitted, gesturing toward her with his cup. "And I didn't expect a man to lead with honor," Mela replied, sipping slowly. "We were taught that your kind are brutes. And we were told your warriors have no mercy." "Lies! Both," she said flatly, "but war breeds them." They talked through the night. Each side had reasons to fight: old land claims, broken treaties, revenge for skirmishes. But with commanders like Roran and Mela, warriors like Valkyr and countless others, something new had begun: respect. The next morning, the treaty was signed, not under banners of surrender, but of shared power. The Amazons would keep their territory. Eriador would secure its borders. And between them, a corridor of peace. Valka found Roran once more before departing. "You fought well," she said. "As did you," he replied. "Will I see you again?" She smirked. "If there's peace, perhaps not on the battlefield." "I'd like that." She walked off with her sisters, leaving behind only the sound of boots on wet grass. And so ended the war of Eriador and Theralis, not in total victory, but in something better, recognition. That even when powerful forces meet, when men and Amazons clash, valor doesn't lie only in fighting. Sometimes it lies in stopping.